We are live and recording. Good afternoon. My name is Tom Conoscenti, and I am the Public Hearing Officer today for the City of Albany Industrial Development Agency in connection with the project, which is the subject of this public hearing. Today, we are holding this public hearing to allow citizens to make a statement for the record relating to the involvement of the agency with a project for the benefit of Induspad Flair LLC, a New York State limited liability corporation. The proposed project involves the construction of an approximately 75,000 square foot distribution facility that will also include a 5,000 square foot office space. The financial assistance sought is for certain exemptions from taxation with respect to the project, including sales tax and mortgage recording tax. Copies of the notice of this public hearing are available on our website at www.albanyida.com and upon request. Now, unless there is any objection, I'm going to suggest waiving the full reading of the notice of this public hearing and instead request that the full text of the notice be inserted into the record. I will also note that general information on the agency's general authority and public purpose are contained in a separate statement, and it will be entered into the record. Before we start the public hearing, I would first like to introduce the project applicant and ask them to make a brief remark with regards to the project.
Good morning, or I should say good afternoon. I'm Katie Kemp. I'm appearing on behalf of the applicant Induspad Flair LLC. Since there are no members of the public here, I'll keep my comments very brief. As you all know, the applicant is requesting an exemption from sales tax and mortgage recording tax for a warehouse and office space for the proposed tenant FYE. FYE currently has warehouse space in the city of Albany. However, it's no longer large enough to meet their needs. They did a very thorough search in the city and a 50-mile radius around their current location, and they weren't able to find anything suitable. So with that, they decided to look to construction. The proposed location at Corporate Circle is fantastic for them for a few reasons. The first is they can build to the size they need and to their specs. And second, because it's located immediately adjacent to their corporate headquarters in an existing business park. This move will allow them to retain 22 jobs and create an additional 13 more in the city of Albany, which we think is fantastic. And for the applicant, construction costs and financing costs have increased significantly as it's worked to develop this project. So at this point, the applicant really requires the financial assistance requested to move this project forward as it's proposed. So with that, I'll turn it back over to the committee. Thank you.
Thank you. I will now open this public hearing. The time now is 12:04. And I will note for the record that there were no written comments received prior to the meeting today. Per the notice of this public hearing, the public was encouraged to submit written comments prior to today's hearing. A record of this public hearing will be prepared and reviewed by the members of the agency in connection with consideration of the proposed project. A copy of the record of this public hearing will be presented to the mayor of the city of Albany and members of the agency. At this time, I would like to ask if there is anyone here who wishes to speak on the proposed project to comment on either the nature and location of the project facility or the proposed financial assistance being contemplated. Seeing none, we will pause the transcription of this public hearing until approximately 15 minutes has passed from the time the hearing began at noon.
It's much sweeter than I was expecting. It's not like a seltzer. It's like
Yeah, exactly. Do you want clean pants or do you want
but it's good.
Well, teach them all they want.
Caffeine, that's good.
Oh, is that not good?
Is it good?
I recommend it.
Thank you for the taste test review.
Yes, that's what it says.
All right, it is 12:15, so we are going to reopen the public hearing. We're off mute. It's been 15 minutes since we began, and then I'll ask one more time if there's anyone here that wishes to speak on the project. Seeing none, I will now close the public hearing at 12:15 p.m. Thank you very much.